There's one drink that millions of people over 60 still consume every single day, believing it as harmless or even healthy. But new research has revealed something shocking. This drink doesn't just harm your body. It actually ages your brain faster, increasing your risk of memory loss, dementia, and even Alzheimer's disease. And the worst part? It's probably sitting in your refrigerator right now. Before we dive in, I want to know how many of you drink this regularly. Is it soda, juice, energy drinks? Write it down in the comments. I want to see what S most common in our community. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button now because we share new science-based senior health videos every week that help you live longer, think sharper, and feel better. Now, what is this drink that's aging your brain? It's sugar-sweetened beverages, especially fruit juices, sodas, and sweet teas. Yes, even the ones that say 100% natural. A 2023 study from Harvard Medical School tracked over 3,000 adults aged 50 to 80 for 6 years. The results were alarming. Those who drank just one glass of sugary beverage per day had brain scans showing smaller hippocampal volume. That is the part of your brain responsible for memory and learning. In other words, the more sweet drinks you consume, the faster your brain shrinks. But why does this happen? Let's break it down simply. When you drink something loaded with sugar, soda, fruit juice, flavored milk, even sweet coffee, your blood sugar spikes rapidly. Your brain cells are extremely sensitive to glucose levels. Every spike floods your brain with inflammatory molecules, oxidative stress, and insulin. Over time, this constant roller coaster of sugar damages your neurons, the brain's communication lines. Dr. Richard Isaacson, neurologist and director of the Alzheimer's Prevention Clinic, said it best. Excess sugar doesn't just make you gain weight. It literally feeds brain aging. It accelerates the wear and tear on your neurons like rust on a car engine. The link between sugar and cognitive decline is now undeniable. In one of the largest brain imaging studies ever done, researchers at Boston University found that people who drank 1 to 2 sugary beverages per day had brains that looked 5 to 10 years older than their actual age. Their memory performance was significantly worse, and their risk of developing dementia was almost doubled. Here's the twist. Even so-called healthy fruit juices, orange juice, apple juice, or vitamin water, have the same effect. A typical glass of orange juice contains around 8 teaspoons of sugar. That's about the same as a can of Coca-Cola. You might think, but it's natural sugar? Unfortunately, your brain doesn't care where the sugar came from. Whether it's from fruit juice, honey, or soda, the effect on your neurons is the same: inflammation, oxidative stress, and damage to blood vessels that feed the brain. And here's something even more surprising. Researchers discovered that people who drink sugary beverages also have less gray matter. That, yes, the part of your brain that controls thinking, memory, and decision-making. Less gray matter literally means your brain is smaller. Imagine this. 2 people are both 70 years old. One drinks water, tea, or coffee without sugar. The other drinks a glass of fruit juice and a soda every day. The brain of the second person looks as if it belongs to someone 5 to 8 years older. Now, what about diet soda? Many people switch to sugar-free drinks thinking it's a healthy choice. But studies show that artificial sweeteners may be just as bad, if not worse, for your brain. A major study published in Stroke Journal followed 4,172 adults for 10 years. Those who drank diet sodas daily were 3 times more likely to develop dementia or have a stroke compared to those who didn't. DT. Why? Artificial sweeteners trick your brain into thinking sugar is coming. This confuses your insulin response and may disrupt the delicate balance of gut bacteria that produce vital neuroprotective compounds. Over time, your brain's reward system becomes dull. You crave more sweetness, eat more, and develop insulin resistance, a key factor in both diabetes and Alzheimer's disease. In fact, doctors now call Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes because it is so closely linked to insulin resistance in the brain. So whether it's sugar-sweetened soda or diet soda, your brain suffers. let's go deeper. Inside your brain, there is a barrier called the blood-brain barrier, a microscopic shield that protects your brain from harmful substances. Excess sugar damages this barrier, making it leaky. That allows toxins, inflammatory proteins, and even bacteria to seep in. Once the barrier is compromised, the brain becomes vulnerable to inflammation and plaque buildup. This is the foundation of cognitive decline. That's why people who consume sugary drinks daily not only have higher rates of dementia, but also experience faster loss of focus, slower reaction times, and more frequent mood swings. Now I want to ask you, how many sugary drinks do you think you had this week? Be honest, even fruit juice counts. Write it in the comments. Because awareness is the first step to protecting your brain. The truth is, your brain isn't just aging because of time. It's aging because of what you're feeding it. But here it's the good news. Studies also show that quitting sugary drinks, even for a few weeks, can reverse some of the brain's metabolic damage. Your neurons become more efficient, memory improves, and inflammation drops dramatically. So in the next part, we'll uncover the 5 most common drinks that secretly age your brain, and the 5 replacements that actually keep it young, sharp, and strong. But before we continue, if you're serious about keeping your mind sharp after 60, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. Tomorrow's video will cover the top 3 foods that protect your brain from memory loss, including one that most people throw away. Let us move on to the next section and find out which drinks you should never pour again. So, we now know the truth. Sugar-sweetened drinks, including fruit juices, sodas, and even diet versions, accelerate brain aging. But what does that mean in practical terms? What exactly are the 5 most common drinks that secretly age your brain, and what can you replace them with to protect your memory, focus, and energy? Let's go through them one by one, backed by science and easy to remember. And as we do, I want you to write in the comments which of these drinks you still consume regularly. You might be shocked at how common they are. Drink number 1, healthy fruit juice, yes, even 100% natural. Let's start with the sneakiest one. You go to the store, see a label that says 100% natural orange juice, and think you're making a smart choice. It's natural, it has vitamin C. What could be wrong? Well, here's the problem. When fruit is juiced, you remove the fiber that slows down sugar absorption. What's left is a concentrated shot of fructose, the most harmful type of sugar for your brain. A single glass of orange juice contains 25 grams of sugar, or about 6 teaspoons. Apple juice? Around 30 grams. Even carrot juice can have more sugar than a candy bar. Your brain doesn't distinguish between the sugar in soda and the sugar in juice. The effect is the same. Blood sugar spikes, insulin rises, and neurons are flooded with oxidative stress. A 2021 study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people over 60 who drank fruit juice daily had a 26% higher risk of developing mild cognitive impairment compared to those who drank juice once a week or less. Better alternative? Eat the whole fruit. Whole fruits contain fiber, antioxidants, and natural enzymes that slow digestion and protect your brain. If you crave juice, try infused water instead. Add lemon, cucumber, or berries to your water for taste without the sugar bomb. Drink number 2, soda and sweetened soft drinks. This one might sound obvious, but it's the most destructive of all. Regular soda is a chemical cocktail of sugar, phosphoric acid, and caffeine, all of which damage brain cells. Soda causes a rapid rise in glucose, followed by a crash that starves your brain of energy. Over time, these repeated highs and lows cause your neurons to become insulin resistant, meaning your brain can no longer efficiently use sugar for fuel. That's one of the first steps toward Alzheimer's disease. A long-term study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience followed over 4,000 adults and found that soda drinkers had nearly double the rate of brain shrinkage in the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. Even worse, Soda also depletes essential minerals like magnesium and calcium, which your brain and nerves need for proper electrical activity. Better alternative: sparkling water with lemon or mint. If you crave bubbles, carbonated water gives you the same sensation without the brain-harming sugar. You can even add a splash of 100% pomegranate or cherry juice for flavor. Just 1 tablespoon, not a glass. Drink number 3, diet sodas and zero sugar drinks. This one shocks most people. Diet drinks don't contain sugar, so they must be safe, right? Wrong. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin trick your brain and gut into expecting sugar. When it doesn't arrive, your body releases insulin anyway. That confusion messes with your brain's glucose regulation and creates inflammation. Even more concerning, new research shows that these sweeteners can kill beneficial gut bacteria, reducing your body's ability to produce serotonin, the happy chemical your brain needs to stay calm and focused. A 2022 study in Nature Neuroscience revealed that people who consumed diet sodas regularly had lower memory scores, worse focus, and more brain fog. The effect was similar to drinking real sugar. Better alternative: unsweetened green tea or herbal tea. Green tea contains L-theanine, a compound proven to improve focus, reduce stress, and support brain connectivity. Studies show seniors who drink green tea daily have up to 50% lower risk of dementia. Drink number 4, energy drinks and sweet coffee beverages. If you think energy drinks or flavored lattes are just caffeine, think again. Most commercial energy drinks contain 40-60 grams of sugar per can. That's 10 to 15 teaspoons, plus caffeine and artificial flavoring. This deadly combo overstimulates your adrenal glands, raises cortisol, and causes a surge in blood pressure that can harm blood vessels in your brain. Even coffee drinks at cafes aren't safe. A single medium mocha or caramel latte can contain 300-400 calories of mostly sugar. A 2020 study from Mayo Clinic Proceedings found that high caffeine combined with sugar leads to temporary neurovascular constriction, meaning your brain literally gets less blood for several hours. Over time, this leads to fatigue, poor memory, and anxiety. Better alternative: black coffee or coffee with a small amount of milk, no sugar. Caffeine itself isn't bad in moderation. In fact, studies show moderate coffee drinkers have a reduced risk of Alzheimer's. The danger comes from sugar and syrups. Drink number 5, sweetened plant milks, almond, oat, or soy. These are the new healthy trend, but most are not what they seem. Many store-bought almond or oat milks contain added sugars, stabilizers, and emulsifiers that can cause inflammation in the gut, which directly affects brain health. Your gut and brain are connected by the gut-brain axis, a communication network between your digestive system and your central nervous system. When your gut microbiome is inflamed or imbalanced, your brain experiences it as stress. A 2021 review in Nutrients Journal showed that gut inflammation from processed food additives contributes to cognitive decline and depression in older adults. Better alternative: unsweetened almond or soy milk or homemade versions. When you make it at home or buy unsweetened versions, you get the calcium and vitamin D without the sugar crash. The cumulative effect: now imagine this. You drink a glass of juice in the morning, a soda with lunch, a flavored latte in the afternoon, and a glass of wine or juice again at night. Each one triggers a blood sugar spike. Each one causes a tiny burst of inflammation. Each one chips away at your brain's resilience. Day after day, year after year, those small spikes add up to major damage. This is why people who think they break aging normally often experience cognitive decline 5 to 10 years earlier than they should. But the moment you stop flooding your brain with sugar, your neurons begin to heal. In one study, seniors who switched from sugary drinks to water and green tea for just 4 weeks improved their memory test scores by 21% and reduced brain inflammation markers by nearly half, so it's not too late to reverse the damage. Now that we've exposed the 5 brain-aging drinks, in the next and final part, we'll talk about 5 drinks that actually keep your brain young, supported by research, easy to find, and delicious. These are the drinks that improve circulation, boost focus, and even grow new brain cells. Before we move on, leave a comment below. Which of these 5 drinks are you guilty of drinking most often? You might be surprised how many others share your answer. And don't forget, the small daily decisions you make matter more than your genes. Your brain is built by your habits, one sip at a time. We've talked about the drinks that silently age your brain: fruit juices, sodas, diet sodas, energy drinks, and sweetened plant milks. Now let's shift focus to the positive. Because while those beverages drain your energy and shrink your brain, there are other drinks that do the opposite. They nourish your neurons, boost memory, and even grow new brain cells. And the best part? You don't need to buy expensive supplements or miracle tonics. These are everyday drinks you can make at home, backed by neuroscience, not marketing. So grab a notebook, because by the end of this section, you'll know exactly what to sip every day to protect your brain for the next 30 years. Drink Number 1. Water, the simplest brain rejuvenator. Let's start with the most basic and yet most overlooked. 1. Water. Your brain is 75% water. Even mild dehydration, just 2–3%, can impair your focus, memory, and mood. A study from Frontiers in Human Neuroscience found that when older adults were even slightly dehydrated, their reaction time slowed and their ability to recall information dropped by 20%. Water doesn't just quench thirst. It maintains the delicate balance of electrolytes and nutrients that neurons depend on. When you don't drink enough water, your brain literally shrinks in volume. MRI scans show measurable differences between hydrated and dehydrated states. What to do? Aim for about 1.52 liters of water per day. Drink small amounts consistently throughout the day, not all at once. Add a pinch of Himalayan salt or a squeeze of lemon for better mineral balance. And here's a tip for seniors. As you age, your sense of thirst weakens. You may not feel thirsty even when your body needs water. So create a routine. Drink a glass in the morning, 1 at lunch, 1 mid-afternoon, and 1 before dinner. Hydration is the simplest and cheapest brain protection strategy there is. Drink Number 2, green tea, the focus enhancer. Green tea is one of the most powerful brain protective drinks on earth. It is rich in EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, a compound proven to improve cognitive function and slow brain aging. EGCG acts like a shield for your neurons, reducing inflammation and neutralizing free radicals that damage brain cells. But the real magic of green tea is in its combination of caffeine plus L-theanine. This duo sharpens focus without jitters. Caffeine gives you alertness, while L-theanine promotes calmness. Together they create what scientists call relaxed concentration. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults who drank 2 to 3 cups of green tea daily had 36% lower risk of cognitive decline compared to non-drinkers. How to drink it? Choose high-quality loose leaf or matcha green tea. Brew for 2 to 3 minutes. Too long and it becomes bitter. Drink it warm, not boiling hot, to preserve the antioxidants. And here Waka's something fascinating. Green tea drinkers also have more gray matter density in MRI scans, meaning their brains literally look younger. Drink Number 3. Blueberry smoothie, the memory booster. If you love something sweet, this one's for you, but the right kind of sweet. Blueberries are nature's brain tonic. They're packed with anthocyanins, pigments that give them their deep blue color and their brain-healing power. In a landmark study published in Annals of Neurology, older adults who drank a daily blueberry smoothie improved their memory test scores by 30% within 12 weeks. Brain scans showed increased blood flow to the hippocampus, your brain's memory center. How to make it: 1 cup of frozen blueberries, 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk or water, a spoon of chia seeds or flax seeds. Optional, a dash of cinnamon or turmeric for extra antioxidants. Blend and drink it as a mid-morning snack. It's delicious, sugar-balanced, and anti-inflammatory. Drink number 4. Turmeric golden milk, the anti-inflammatory brain shield. This ancient Ayurvedic drink has now been confirmed by modern science. Turmeric contains curcumin, a compound with powerful anti-inflammatory effects that can cross the blood-brain barrier and protect neurons from damage. A clinical trial from the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry showed that adults aged 50-80 who took curcumin daily for 18 months had better memory, attention, and mood, plus significantly fewer amyloid plaques, the protein linked to Alzheimer's disease. How to prepare: warm 1 cup of unsweetened milk or almond milk. Add 1.2 teaspoon of turmeric powder, a pinch of black pepper for absorption, and a little cinnamon. Stir well, and drink 30 minutes before bed. It relaxes your mind, reduces inflammation, and supports better sleep, all crucial for brain regeneration. Drink number 5. Beetroot juice, the circulation booster. Your brain consumes about 20% of all the oxygen in your body. As you age, blood flow to the brain naturally decreases, one of the main reasons for fatigue, forgetfulness, and brain fog. Beetroot juice helps reverse that. It's rich in nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that dilates blood vessels and increases oxygen delivery to the brain. A study from Wake Forest University found that older adults who drank beetroot juice daily for 6 weeks had younger-looking brains on MRI scans. Their neural networks became more active and efficient, like those of people 20 years younger. How to drink it: 1 or 2 cup fresh beet juice, diluted with 1 or 2 cup water. Best taken in the morning before breakfast. If the taste is too strong, mix with carrot or cucumber juice, but avoid adding fruit juice or sugar. Beetroot doesn't just boost brain circulation, it also improves stamina, energy, and focus throughout the day. Bonus drink: cocoa with no sugar, the brain energizer. Here's a fun one. Dark cocoa without sugar is loaded with flavonols, which improve blood flow to the brain and enhance memory. In a 2021 Harvard study, older adults who drank sugar-free cocoa daily for 12 weeks showed improved cognitive speed and better blood vessel function in the brain. Make it simple. Mix 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder in warm milk or water. Add a touch of cinnamon or stevia if needed. It feels like a treat but acts like brain fuel. The secret to a younger brain. Here's what science shows clearly. You can't stop the clock, but you can slow the biological aging of your brain by changing what you drink. Every sip of soda or juice moves you closer to decline. Every sip of green tea, water, or turmeric milk moves you closer to clarity. The neurons in your brain are like small trees. They grow, connect, and communicate through tiny electrical signals. Sugar, caffeine overload, and dehydration are like storms that break their branches. Antioxidants, hydration, and circulation are the sunlight that helps them grow again. Even if you've been drinking the wrong things for decades, it's not too late. Studies show that switching to brain-friendly drinks for just 30 days can improve memory, focus, and even mood. Your action plan. Here's your simple daily routine for brain protection after 60. Morning, drink 1 glass of water with a squeeze of lemon. Have green tea or black coffee. No sugar. Afternoon, hydrate with plain water or infused water, mint, cucumber berries. Snack on a small blueberry smoothie. Evening, a cup of turmeric golden milk or chamomile tea before bed. No sugar, no juice, no soda. Do this for 14 days. You'll feel the difference. Better focus, more energy, deeper sleep, and calmer blood pressure.